Hi everyone, welcome back to ESA Winter 21. We are raising money for the Alzheimer's Fund, and links to donate can be found below the stream. We would also like to thank Kui Tecmo Europe, 902 The Complete Edition, Twitch, and ViewSonic for sponsoring this event. Now, it's time for something really special. You've heard of 2-player 1 controller. You've heard of 1-player 2 controller, but have you heard of 1-player 4 controllers? Because that's what you're going to be getting with CHX here, going to showcase this now, and I don't recommend you do this at home with Smash TV. Good luck, CHX.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm CHX42. We're going to be playing Smash TV today. The way that they designed this game was 2 joysticks in arcade, so for Nintendo, they made this workaround where you could play with 2 controllers and use D-pads for 1 character. Today we're going to play both characters, and I have Takate with me doing commentary as always.
Welcome, everybody, and CHX, whenever you're ready, you can give it a 3, 2, 1, go, and we'll talk about the game.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, yo!
Alrighty, so everybody wish CHX the best of luck. You are witnessing the best of the best in the world at this game. CHX has the world record sweep in all of the Smash TV categories. He has the any percent world record. He has the co-op world record with myself. And he has the 1-player 4-controller world record, of course, being the only person to have ever completed this game with 4 controllers by himself. So, as you can see, he has 2 hands and 2 feet that he's using. So he is using the NES Advantage controllers with his feet, and he is perfectly color coordinated so that on his right hand and right foot, he is using the red character, as you can see with the red controller and the red socks. On his left side, he is using the blue character with his left hand and his left foot. So the reason he needs 4 controllers is because each character is actually controlled with 2 controllers. One controller controls the character's movement, which is with his foot. That's right, CHX?
Yep.
And then the other controller controls the shooting direction, which is what he will be doing with his hands. So that is how we are playing with 4 controllers here. So takes a lot of foot, hand, eye, brain coordination, but CHX can do it. So as we mentioned, CHX has the world record in this category. He's actually beaten his own record a few times. And the last time he ran this in a marathon, he beat his world record. So we are hoping he can get another PB, which would be another world record today, chat.
We'll see.
Yeah, if you think he can do it, cheer it up in chat. And let's get the hype in chat. Also, let's make sure we get those donations rolling because CHX is going to put on a big show for you today. He also will be playing another game here in a little bit, but right now let's focus on Smash TV. So the object of this game is to blast your way through all of these enemies and make your way through a series of bosses and to eventually complete the game. The idea is that you are on a game show. So these characters are on a game show, and the idea is you need to either survive or not survive. If you don't survive, well, you lose the game show, and yeah, you're dead. But the idea is to survive and kill all the enemies and make it through the game show. So you can see in the top left and in the top right are his lives. Each character right now that he is playing with has 6 remaining lives, and right now they are using the basic shooting weapon. You can see this is like the pea shooter, and there are things you can grab. You can grab power-ups, you can grab 1-ups, so extra lives, and the idea is that he mainly wants to hold the center of the room if possible. That typically is the fastest way to do it, is have both of your characters hold the center of the room and shoot enemies as they come out from either direction. There will be times he may need to adjust his strategy. Very often it'll mean he goes into one corner, usually the top left or the top right, sometimes the bottom left or the bottom right, but lots of different strategies he can use here. So
yeah, one of the most important things I do is I keep the blue guy on the left side and the right guy on the right side, so I don't confuse which limbs are doing which thing, because it becomes very, very, very confusing when you start switching sides with the characters.
That's right, and these drops, they happen on a timer here, so he wasn't able to grab the one up there. There is one free life, extra man drop in every room, and so he try to get him when he can, but if things are too far out of the way, he won't necessarily get the power-ups. He'll be able to clear the rooms anyway. So you can see one hit and the guy is dead, so the blue guy just took a death. No big deal. He's got 5 lives with the blue guy still. But of course, he's going to try to do life management, health management here, and not health, but life management. And whichever character is lower on lives will be the one he tries to get the extra life with. But, you know, things happen in ways that are unexpected, and he'll just grab the one-up with whoever he can at certain times.
Yeah, it doesn't really get to be that big of an issue until we get to the 3rd map. Like, I can just let that blue guy die there like that, and I don't even care. But when we get to the 3rd map, it's about twice as long as the rest, or it's about half the game. And you still only get 5 lives for each map. So then you just have to manage them from room to room and make sure you can get through that. And it becomes tricky.
So you see this blue character has rockets right now. These rockets can go through the enemies that they kill, whereas the pea shooter, when it hits an enemy, it stops. The rockets are nice because they go through the enemy and they can kill multiple enemies with one shot. So different power-ups will do different things, and yeah, so it's really nice to be able to get the different power-ups, but he doesn't ultimately need them. They certainly can help him go faster for the speedrun, but there is also a little bit of safety that you need to build in when you're doing 1-player 4-controller.
Yeah, this port for it was, I don't know, it's like a little bit dumbed down, obviously, from the arcade version, but it's actually one of the funner ones to play, more fun to play, because of this 1-player 2-controller option. It actually has very good controls. It's just like they didn't have, you know, the power to do what they were doing in the arcade, so they just did workarounds until they got a playable game, I guess.
Yep, for sure. And one of the other things I should mention is Smash TV is only the first in a sequence of many Smash games. CHX is also a standout in Super Smash TV for the Super Nintendo. He actually holds 2nd place in easy percent, normal percent, and hard percent in those games. 2nd to Brysolf, who's the world record holder in all of those categories. But CHX is just dying. Yeah. CHX is just 5 seconds off of the easy percent world record in that, which is kind of, you know, the one that most people run because it's the shortest category, and he's doing great in that game as well. He's done many different tournaments. He's finished 2nd in a tournament recently. They've had team competitions, which he was one of the captains of, so a lot of really cool stuff in the Smash and Super Smash communities, and this game is so easy to get into. There's not a huge learning curve or anything like that, so, I mean, CHX and I, we actually started playing this because we were at a different marathon, and we were just goofing around trying to find some games to play, and happened to randomly pick this one, and now he runs it.
Alright, so we only got 1 guy left with the blue dude. Let's try to get the 1-up with him.
There you go.
Alright.
Now you have 2 lives.
It's fine.
So this is Mutoid Man, and he's not as bad as he can be in the Super Nintendo version. He can be very trolly in the Super Nintendo version as far as the speedrun goes and getting the right drops and everything to kill him as fast as possible. But in 1-player 4-controller, CHX is just trying to get rid of him. So you'll see Mutoid Man go through different phases, right? We've now eliminated the head and all these different things happen. Now we broke him down even further. So that's just kind of how Mutoid Man goes. You just got to keep blasting him with your weapons here. All right, nicely done there, CHX. Moving along.
Map 1.
Yep, that was the first map. We are going into the second map. This would be a great time if we have any donations to read them out.
I do have a quick little donation. Let me actually first grab my jaw, like, from the floor, because I'm watching this, and it's actually insane. Do you wear matching socks, by the way?
I have some color-coordinated socks going on.
That is brilliant. I have Seawolf here with $30 that has no comment. Thank you so much for that donation. That is actually going towards the Cyberpunk 2077 any percent starting path bid war. So we have a bunch of bit wars going on as well. I want to point out that we have a Mega Man music bit war coming up as well, between the OG Atari soundtrack and the remix one, and that is actually tied. So if you want to snipe one of those, this might be your chance.
There we go, and again, thank you for that donation, and thank you for boosting the donation total. This is a very great cause that we are donating towards the Alzheimer Foundation. I know many people have been impacted by that or had a friend or family member impacted by that, so keep those donations coming, especially for such a great run that we've got going here with CHX 4 controllers. Has anybody ever seen a 4 controller run other than previously having watched CHX do this, for those of you that follow CHX, because that's just crazy. I'd never seen a 1-player 4-controller run until CHX did this.
It's basically why I did it, is we were talking about it, and I was like, no one's done a 1-player 4-controller run yet, have they? And I couldn't think of one, so here we are.
Yeah, so you see CHX there, he grabs that extra man with the red guy. The red guy also has this nice shield around him, so if any enemies get too close, these little, I don't know what these guys are called, but these dudes that move in kind of zigzaggy patterns towards you, they can be a little bit trolly if they kind of, get in the way, but the shield really helps. He also has this this green shield, which can kind of run through the enemies like it's invincibility. You can just run into the enemies and kill them if you have the little green ring around him. So CHX is extra protected right now and looking in very good shape in this room. And he just got the spreader, which is one of the nicer weapons as well. It's kind of like if you've ever played Contra for the NES, same kind of idea. You got that spread gun, and it's really, really helpful. Same thing here. You can take out multiple enemies, and it kind of widens your range of being able to, kill the enemies. So it's a really nice weapon to have. Right here, CHX is grabbing a lot of prizes. Again, he's in a game show, so there are prizes. They don't do anything for you other than boost your score count, but it's always fun to, collect an extra prize or two if you're actually in a game show.
Did you know that we also have prizes, by the way? Because
tell us about
ViewSonic has so gracefully put two monitors actually available. So if you donate $25 or actually $35 in total, you'll be running for an Elite XG27 ViewSonic monitor or a VX2758, and they're both great monitors. So there's prizes here too at ESA.
I love the segue.
Yeah, that was smooth, butter smooth there. But one of the things that CHX on his channel likes to always say is yo. So what I think we need in chat is everybody to say yo, right, CHX?
Yeah, we need some yo's going on.
That would be excellent because CHX is the yo master. He has a yo emote. His channel points are yo points. Also, make sure to give CHX a follow because he is the world record holder in this. He is the world record holder in Metroid in any percent in some of the Metroid categories. He used to have the sweep in the shorter Metroid categories. I think Scotty got one of them, right? But
he has any percent deathless currently, unless he's playing Metroid today. He's trying to take the other one.
Yeah. But, you're going to get just amazing, amazing stuff. He has done Metroid damageless. He's working on Ninja Gaiden damageless. CHX does it all. And right now, he's got these blue little things they're really annoying. And this is one of the good spots where CHX, you'll see, go into the corner strategy here to kind of get rid of these guys. It's better than shooting diagonally towards them most of the time. So he's kind of holding the corner here and using his up and down and left and right directions instead of his diagonal directions. But occasionally, as you see right there, towards the end of the room, he goes diagonal, gets back into the middle of the room, and on to the next room.
Yeah, if the game will let you. This game decides to just pause at the end of rooms and make you stand there until it times out a door, so you'll see if I beat a room too quickly, it'll just make me stand there sometimes.
And CHX, I know you can't see, but the yo train in chat was super hype. So thank you, everybody, for getting your yos out for CHX. But we are now just, in another room. You see the blue guy here. He's got that green kind of weapon, invincibility shield thing. It's really nice to have. But Now he's got rockets with the red guy. There's the free man down there. He might be able to get it. Yes, he does get it with the blue guy. So well played by him. And as you can see, as he mentioned earlier, he is keeping that blue character on the left. He's keeping that red character on the right, and that really helps him with his hand, foot, eye, brain coordination. And he's just doing a fantastic job right now.
I'm trying to walk around a little bit more as to not be boring in the center or the corners of the room, since I have so many lives.
Yeah, he's pulling out the entertainment factor here for you all as well. This is map 2. These maps do get harder and harder, and CHX mentioned that, you start each map with 5 lives, so he has picked up several 1-ups. There is a 1-up in each room, and right now he's looking 7 and 6. Now, there's a buffalo herd nearby, apparently, and that's so when he goes into each room, there's going to be a little text at the top, and this one says buffalo herd nearby, so y'all better watch out.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about.
I don't either.
They're here. They're somewhere.
There's lots of cool sayings in these games. One of them's like, "I'd buy that for $1," and it has become a thing. Of course, there's lots of other sayings. There's actually a game. There's another saying that's total carnage, and that has actually become a game itself, which is part of the Smash TV series. It's called Total Carnage. So, some of these sayings have even turned into new games and everything like that. But yeah, Smash TV, you're watching it right here. 4 controllers. This is absolutely insane, and it's really cool that we do have these joysticks to be able to do this, because it makes it a whole lot easier to do it with the feet. I mean, I couldn't imagine doing it with 4 NES brick controllers, but thankfully we've got the NES advantages, and CHX has spruced his advantages up to make them look color coordinated and cool.
Yeah, the thing is too is a lot of people think that playing this game with more controllers makes it more difficult, but playing this game 1 player 1 controller is more difficult than playing this game 1 player 2 controllers on NES.
Yeah, that's absolutely true, because of the shooting mechanism. The way it works with 1 controller, it actually becomes a lot harder to control your directional shooting and your movement on 1 controller. So the 2 controllers is easier, which is why 2-player 4 controller is easier than 2-player 2 controller. It would be almost impossible for CHX to do this with like 2-player 2 controller by himself, but the 4 controller actually makes it a lot easier. So
yeah, it actually makes it accessible to play.
Yeah, exactly. I should say 1-player 2 controller, but with 2 characters.
Yeah, I know, it gets confusing.
It does get confusing, all the possible modes of playing this game. So yeah, a lot of these rooms are just about clearing enemies and maintaining your lives, your health, picking up power-ups when you can, and CHX is just doing an absolutely fantastic job. I mean, he's still got the 7 and 6 lives going on. He just grabbed another spreader, and he's moving along, and he's on a pretty solid pace here. Now, the end game is where it gets hard, and this room says chunks galore. I don't even know what that means either, but this is the chunks galore room. So he's got these little red snaky ball things that are coming at him, and then he's got these little disc-like things, and those are really nice if you have rockets, because you can clear them out so easily, or also the spreader, and it really helps when you just hold the center of the room when they start coming out from all 4 directions, as CHX is trying to do here. And when you get rockets and you can hold the center, oh man, it's really good. When CHX and I did the co-op run, I think at certain points, like, we both get rockets and just stand in the middle of the room and just tap different directions and clear these things so fast. So it's really nice. The other thing is, when you do take a death, as CHX did there, that dude the blue guy there became invincible for a little second. You saw that green ring around him again, so he can kind of run back into the center of the room and not worry about getting hit. And if he does get hit, the enemies will just get killed anyway. So that's a nice little mechanic in the game. Again, these games are super accessible for new players. It takes very little learning curve to play these games and to play them at a high level. So I know the Smash TV board doesn't have many runners, but it is a very, very fun game. Grab a friend and play co-op. or play by yourself. There are multiple variants of it. As we said, one player, one controller, one player, two controllers. CHX, of course, doing one player, four controllers. There's all sorts of things, and you know, grabbing a friend here. So we got these tanks that are coming out, and this is really nice. If you have a rocket, you can just tap left and shoot him. He's gonna tap up, tap right. You know, it's just one tap.
Where's that diagonal? I didn't know which guy had the rockets.
Yeah, exactly. The other thing that CHX is doing is he you know, I guess a little bit he was trying to figure out which one had the rockets, but normally when you run out of ammunition is when you'll run out of rockets. So if you don't want to keep like shooting rockets and wasting them, if you conserve them, you'll keep the rockets for longer because it's based off of the total number of rockets used. So that's why he was just tapping right once to shoot a rocket to the right once, one rocket, instead of like holding right and shooting a bunch of rockets, because he knew at that portion of the game he was just going to have one enemy coming from a different direction and then one enemy. So all he needs is one tap to shoot one rocket and it'll clear it in one hit, instead of holding left or holding right or aimlessly shooting. He was controlling his ammo so he could save it for later. The rockets aren't super great on these blue enemies, unfortunately. They don't do a whole lot extra here, but they are great in certain rooms. So you saw him grab the rocket there, but even as it was hitting the blue enemies, it wasn't immediately killing them right away. It was still going through them, but wasn't one-shot killing them. So each enemy has different properties, and these blue ones I particularly find quite annoying.
I kind of like to stay in the opposite corners and do mirrored stuff sometimes like this. Cover more surface area firing, just make areas and wipe them out.
Yep. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, CHX, the two easiest movements are parallel ones where you're doing the same thing with both characters, and mirrored movements, right? Yeah,
mirrored and parallel stuff is pretty much what you want to do. For this boss, you want to destroy the entire perimeter twice, so we're going to go mirrored.
Yep.
And get on both sides, try to shoot from both ways, and just see what happens.
Yeah, so you got to kill all the way around this boss. So you can see he's destroying little pieces of the boss on the outside. And so now he's got the top right and the right side that still needs to be hit for the first perimeter clearance. And now the boss is hanging out in the top left, so he's going to get both of his characters to the bottom right of him. But it does help when he can get both of his characters on opposite sides of the boss, because it lets him kill more of the boss perimeter. And
Where's the spot?
Yep.
Where's the spot? There it is.
There it is.
The first form is harder to see what you've actually hit.
Yep.
Once you get to the second form, it's pretty, the animation or whatever, the drawing they used is really easy to tell. That's that whole boss.
And boom, map number 2 done. So, CHX, how you feeling going into the last map?
I'm pretty good. We had 5 and 8 after that one, so...
Yeah, doing great. Also, again, now that we're through map number 2, if we have more donations or anything else, go ahead and please read those.
Indeed I do. I have a $35 donation by Panda173, who says, donating for my brother, who loves speedruns and pork chop sandwiches. There we go. We also have, I wanted to actually point of attention to an upcoming donation incentive that is called Get the Orb. Now, that has not been met yet, and we can't have that, right? So Wizards and Warriors 3 is coming up later tonight, and it has an optional orb bonus treasure. So I want to see some donations go towards that real soon, because we need to get that orb.
Excellent. Speaking of orb, look, he just got a shield that's basically like an orb around him, so perfect timing on that. All these segues are absolutely perfect. Now he's got these little snaky enemies, and there's all sorts of new enemies that are being introduced with each map. And y'all, we are on the final map. Now, of course, as CHX said, this map is basically half of the game in terms of length. We are 23 minutes into this run, and the world record time for his one player for controller is 48 minutes. So, it really is about half the game. Let's get a little hype here at about the halfway point. Final map. Let's get the love out for CHX. If you have love emotes, get them out in chat, please, because, We love CHX, and he's doing a fantastic job.
I don't like taking a death in this first room. That sucks.
Yeah, it can happen though. So he is going to try to, life management here. Whenever he can find an extra man, he'll try to make sure the character that has the lower amount of health, lower amount of lives, gets it if possible. He's not going to risk death just to try to grab a 1-up and then not end up grabbing it and cost himself an extra life. But he will do his best to try to manage the lives here.
So this map, you have options in this game of which way to go. And in this game, there's no way to access bonus rooms, which makes every map shorter by accessing the bonus room in the normal gameplay. So therefore, you could reroute this game and use top routes which don't access the bonus room, and it was actually about 3 minutes faster to go the top route in this game than it was to go the bottom route in this game after I rerouted it.
Yeah, all about that routing, and so many games are about routing, and we're gonna talk about that with Metroid as well. CHX is just an incredible player at all sorts of different games, and he's taken this game and changed it completely. The 2-player world record that he and I have together, we cut off more than 5 minutes from the other previous world record holders. A lot of it just by rerouting, and of course, probably some clean gameplay in there too, but CHX just rerouting the game to save a whole chunk of time. But this, again, is a very accessible game, not a huge learning curve, so we'd love to see more people get into Smash TV for the NES.
I really want that.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's all the way at the top left. He's not going to be able to get that extra man. Just okay. Bad luck there on the placing of the drop and the timing there with the 1-up.
So basically my rule of thumb is try to keep 3 lives till we get to the Cobras. And then once we get past the Cobras, it's just, whatever at that point. But
yeah, and people are wondering what you're talking about, the Cobras. These little things are not the Cobras. You'll see what the Cobras are when we get there.
Yeah, in this stage right here, this room we're in, I've been staying in this top corner over here because there's no... Legend of the Hidden Temple dude spitting snakes at you. So it's the safest spot to be in, and we're going to do that for the next room as well when they give us that room, whenever it lets us go to the next room.
It's always good to have a Nick game show reference there, Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah, and this map has 2 different sets of bosses. We have the Cobras, which is the first boss, and then we have the Evil MC, which is basically the first boss in the game again, but just slightly different. In this game, I think it's actually identical in this version. In the other ports, I think the energy is different on the last boss.
Can I interject with a quick donation, because I need
Please
to talk
do.
about something here. I got a $20 donation by Nodding KI, who says, I've got $20 on blue left foot to win. What do you think, chat? That's actually a very good question. I know that CHX is for Team Blue, but I'm actually, going for Team Red here. I think Red can pull through and actually go ahead at some point.
I mean, it's close on points here.
Yeah, it is. And I think CHX is intentionally hacking this because in chat, he's blue, and in chat, I'm red. And so I think he's sabotaging me completely. I don't... It feels pretty unfair that he's in control of everything here.
Well, it is what it is.
Time to plug in that extra controller.
You can blame the game and the player in this situation. So yeah, we just hang out in this corner for this whole room, kind of sweep back and forth. We got a couple little techniques we use where I'll cover a door with one guy, or I'll make a line for this guy to shoot behind so no one will hit my blue dude right now. Things like that. Yeah,
those techniques become really important if he potentially has to deal with life management. Let's say the red guy was low on health. He'd kind of keep the red guy further in the corner and the blue guy kind of covering him, a little bit out from the corner, kind of like you see right now, if that came to be. So there are techniques he can use to kind of protect one guy or the other, or to clear enemies in different ways. So there's all these little subtle things that he's doing that are just kind of very hard to explain but he can do them. But the problem is he's also playing, so it becomes a little hard for him to play and talk at various points. But he's doing a fantastic job. I mean, not only is he coordinating 2 hands and 2 feet, he's coordinating his mouth and his brain and his eyes as well. So these rockets are nice to have. He's able to clear that tank out, and then that little exploding shrapnel thing.
That dude danced right around me.
Yeah, he did. But, you know, at least he went around you and not into you.
Yeah, totally. Excuse me. All right, so at this point, normally in like any other version of this game, you would go down because you'd be able to access bonus rooms. But here we can go up, and we can save a whole bunch of time.
Yeah, free time save just by going up. Who would have thought? And if you notice the tag on this room, it says Cobra just ahead. So we're starting to get into the point where things are about to get a little interesting. If there are any other donations, or if y'all want to say anything else, this would be a good time to do that before the mayhem happens.
I'll take the time to actually inform everyone why we're here. Like, we're here to support the Alzheimer's Fonden, which is the Swedish national fundraising organization focused on the Alzheimer's disease and other dementia-related diseases. Their aim and purpose is to increase fundraising to benefit of scientific research in order to find a cure for Alzheimer's disease. So all your donations are going to go straight towards the Alzheimer's Fonden, and we really, really appreciate every single dollar that's been coming in so far. It's been absolutely amazing.
Yes, thank you all very much for donating and supporting a great cause as we're talking about. I know, again, so many people have been affected by it, and all the donations really do help. And CHX is doing a great job of helping us raise money for that cause and putting on a really good show here with this hand-eye-foot coordination that I keep talking about. And not only that kind of coordination, but again, the color coordination and everything. He's putting on a show here. He is a very good entertainer as well, really funny guy. And, you know, it is a pleasure to be his friend and to be able to commentate these runs for him.
Always, man. Team nice forever.
That's right. Team nice. So how you feeling, dude?
We're doing good. We still got 5 lives. I mean, it'd be nice to have rockets right here. This room is exponentially easier with rockets. But
that's right.
This room is also timed, basically. So what you'll see is there's these tanks. And if we can kill the tanks fast enough, there'll be no guys until the end of the room. They'll send out like one swarm of dudes, and then the room's over. So if you have rockets, you just kind of stand in the center, blast them all away. That's it. For this, we kind of have to stay in the corner and use both dudes to like turbo fire things to get them to die fast.
Yeah. The rockets don't necessarily make it any faster, but they definitely make it a lot easier and potentially avoiding death a little bit more. So, no rockets. So instead, CHX is adjusting his strategy to come up here into the top corner, like you said, and turbo fire. Let's see if he can grab this one up. He does with the blue guy. 6 and 5. Beautiful.
We did it fast enough. That was the whole room. Then
and now you get the rockets.
We get this one swarm of dudes, and that's the whole room.
Yep. Beautifully done there. And the blue guy increased his point lead to like 200,000 or something.
I think it's like I'm left-handed dominant. I'm actually ambidextrous, but I lean towards left-handedness more, so like I usually end up using the blue dude more dominantly.
And so the tagline in this room was something about wealth. So he's grabbing all these prizes. Let's see if the red guy can gain in points. No, he's not even going to help the red guy out here. I mean, come on. What is this? Sabotage. No, but you do see he has rockets here. He has rockets here, and he's clearing these snakes out with one shot. It's really nice. And those, again, are not the Cobras. The Cobras are still coming. They have yet to appear. But it was really, really nice to have those rockets and clear those multi-chained things, I don't even know what they're called, out with one shot.
I don't know, I call them like snake disc things, I don't know.
Yeah, snake disc things. There's lots of different snakes. We had those like little yellow looking ones that are also kind of like electric looking things, and you got the disc snake things, and then you have the cobras. You have the red balls that go flying around that kind of look like the Moldorms from Zelda, and so, you know, there's all sorts of snaky looking things in this game.
Yeah, the swarms, the red swarms or whatever. The shrapnels are like the grenade-looking things.
There you go.
Oh my god.
That shield will definitely help. Unfortunately, the red guy took a death there. He's down to 4, but like CHX said, the rule of thumb is to keep at least 3 lives. So, of course, if there's a 1-up drop, he'll be looking to grab it with the red guy if possible. But again, he's not going to take any unnecessary chances to get a 1-up just to potentially lose another life and go down to 3. So, we'll see how his management, health and life management goes.
We're gonna probably be fine. Like, we got a couple rooms till the Cobras, so just hang out and try not to die.
It always helps if you get good drops like this spreader here. Yeah, especially in accessible places where you can actually get to them. So yeah, these guys aren't too bad to handle. As you can see, he's kind of gone into the corner here again with another corner strat. 6 and 5 on the lives, so he grabbed that 1-up with the red man. Looking very good here as far as health goes. And he can't grab that drop. He's not going to risk it, so he's just going to hang out in the corner here and play it a little safe. And instead of taking a chance to grab those drops that are kind of too far away, just hang out in the corner and do your strategies that you are absolutely comfortable with, your corner strats here. Now he had a chance to kind of get to the middle and up to the top right. So
I honestly just get bored, man. I honestly just get bored standing in the corner.
Yeah, no, I mean that's how this game goes. You need to entertain yourself as well because it's a lot of just repetitive shooting. But there are so many good and different techniques that can be used in this game that it's nice to put them into practice when you get bored.
Yeah, and I play bass guitar. I don't play drums very well, but I can play drums. I saw that in chat. I'm reading chat as I go, but it's hard to talk and think and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even talk and read chat, so you're doing way more than me, and I haven't even been keeping up with chat as well as you. This guy can do everything, CHX.
I like to pretend I play drums.
So, again, if you notice, he is now 6 and 6 on his lives, which is, at this point in the game, pretty darn good, right?
Yeah, 6 and 6 is good right here. Like, if I have 4 and 4, I'm pretty happy right here, so... And pace is really good. I don't want to talk too much about it, but his pace is outstanding. I mean, any completed run will come in under estimate, but we want to see a world record, and I think our pace is pretty darn good. Yeah, I think when I started doing this, we were coming in like right around an hour, but we were also using the slower route.
Yep.
And I was just kind of hanging out in the corners the whole time because I wasn't very good at it yet. Now I think we derusted it. First time I did it was 51 minutes.
Exactly, on a derust.
I'm just glad that the advantages haven't broken yet.
They probably do go through a little bit of strain, especially in this game, and using your feet, maybe using a little extra pressure than you would if you're using your hand there or something, just because it's not the intended way for them to be used. But yeah, he's doing a great job. You have gone through 1 or 2 advantages, right?
Yeah, I have 4 extras still, so.
There you go.
Gotta have them lined up because the first time I needed a backup, it was kind of a search really fast, last minute over the internet for someone in my area to have one.
Yep.
I think it was like the day before the marathon.
Yeah, this is super rad. You're slaying it right now. You're impressing so many people. I'm looking at chat, and they're saying it's rad, and you can do it. And come on, world record hype. Like, dude, chat is just going nuts for you.
I mean, there's always the possibility of world record for this. I mean,
yep.
I don't know. We'll see. When we get to like the second to last room, I'll have a way better idea.
Go ahead.
I'm also getting the love through donations here as well, by the way.
Excellent. Do it.
I've got, and my apologies here, chat. This is all caps. A donation for $5 by X Kelsey, who says, yo, what is up, CHX? Awesome run as always. You're awesome, dude. Great commentary too.
Okay. We
We
do
love Kelsey. Kelsey is
Yeah,
the
she's
best.
absolutely the best, and that one, all caps, made me smile. Yo, Kelsey, thank you for boosting the donations.
Yo, boosted.
One of the jokes we have on CHX's stream is, I know many of you who have been on Twitch lately have maybe seen certain streams get boosted or whatever, or have the potential to get boosted with channel points. We kind of turned that into a meme in CHX's channel, so everybody put your boosted in chat, and CHX is at the Cobras.
Yeah, so this is the Cobras on NES. They kind of like made them like two separate Cobras. On other games, they just have like one stationary position. It's a crazy spot, but that guy's dead. We killed him. So now we got the second one we're waiting for. And this guy control you pretty hard. Like if you're not ready for it, you don't get good drops. But we're doing really
and
well
you'll
right
see
now.
when those Cobras start like spiraling, that means they're dead. You can't get hit by them anymore if they start doing that like spiral thing, right?
Yeah, as soon as they're like flashing red and spiraling, you're all good.
Really nice maneuver there with the red guy. Obviously, he got the blue guy, but red guy had 4 lives, blue guy had 6. So if you had to take a death there, it was better with the blue guy, and you did a really, CHX did an amazing job of moving that red guy out of the way. And there's the spiral. Cobra's dead.
We got 3 more rooms, and we're at 41 minutes. It's going to be close.
Guys, world record could happen. It's going to be close. Oh my goodness, we're so close.
What is it again? Like 49-12 or something?
48, I think. I'm pulling up the run here. I've got
Yeah, maybe 48 something.
48-11.
Okay, yeah, so we'll just see how long these rooms give us. And I said, like, if we have 3 guys with each character, I don't really care from this point on. I usually don't die that many times in the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So, should be good.
I have some donations to read if you want them.
Go for it. This is a great room for donations.
Perfect. I've got $10 from Stuff is Stuff, who says, Team Yo, let us go.
Let us go, yo!
Yo, thank you, Stuff. Stuff is one of the excellent members of our community here, just like Kelsey, just like the rest of y'all. Thank you for the donations, everybody, and for supporting CHX on his run. And again, a great cause, the Alzheimer's Foundation. And again, thank you, ESA, for putting on this marathon and for letting all of these runners, all of these different runs be showcased. The whole community is just fantastic, the whole speedrunning community. So thank you, ESA, as well.
Yeah, it's really awesome that they chose this run too, because I try to get this run into events. It's one of my favorite runs to showcase, and everybody likes to watch the Metroid stuff, but this is a little bit different kind of experience, and I like to do it. It's fun. It's a good mix-up.
Definitely, and I think it's not only is it a speed run, but it's also like in a way a challenge run, right? And so it's kind of cool to see these different challenges as well, whether it's like a blindfold or a one-handed or a multiple controller or 2-player 1 controller. These score challenges, all sorts of different runs make for great entertainment, and CHX has just found another way to bust out the entertainment factor. And like I said, he puts on a show with the color coordination and the yos and all the different things here. So he does a great job. And also, all of you in chat, thank you for hanging out and supporting CHX. I hope y'all are having a good time watching this. And I'm still mad at CHX, though. That red character's still trailing in points.
I'm trying, man. He's got the rockets now.
There we go.
I think I have to kill the MC with the red guy to even it out.
Just Do what you gotta do. It'll be all right. I'll survive. There he is. He's able to grab that shield there, and with the blue guy, that's nice because he can kind of, help the red guy out here as well, who does have fewer lives. Now, of course, 4 lives is for CHX is plenty, and now he has 5, so he's in just amazing shape. Out for you. Here. Yeah, he's in amazing shape here. So, and now he's evened it out 5 and 5, and just doing a fantastic job with both characters the whole run. And what are we, 1 or 2 rooms from the end?
This is the last room before the end boss.
Yeah, so 1 room before the end. Pace is really good as well. So CHX is just doing an amazing job.
Time for me to squeeze in one final donation before the boss.
Please do, please do.
I've got $35 by Rob Draven, who says, I'd buy that for $35. Total carnage, I love it. Thank you for the donation, Rob.
That was awesome. Oh, man. Getting the Smash TV memes in there, the lines and everything. So, yeah, just brilliant. And I should say, $35, excellent donation. 42 is CHX's number. He's CHX 42. So, if anybody wants to drop a $42 donation in there, we'd love you forever.
Oh, I didn't get that? I thought I got the invulnerability there. Whatever.
No big deal. You got 4 and 4. 3 and 4. You're doing great. And thankfully, this room is pretty manageable. These guys are not by no means the toughest enemies in the game.
There's just a lot of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say they are plentiful at this point in time, but by no means are these enemies super hard. Now,
I'm also just doing whatever because I have more lives. Like when I have 2 lives or something here, we're not playing that risky.
Yeah, exactly. And now you got rockets with the blue dude.
So this is where the game just makes you sit here. We'll see how long it lets us sit here, man.
It's like loading time or something. Just waiting for these guys. The speed run.
The blue guys got rockets, and I want to keep those rockets for the boss.
Yep. The speed run where you stand around.
See, like this and this. Now we got double rockets for the boss.
Yep. Double rockets for the boss. That's what we want. The rockets are absolutely the best weapon to have here.
Time for a tiny donation?
Yes, do it.
I've got Teeks88 with $10 that says, this has been an amazing run. Bring it home.
Alright, we got a minute to make this happen.
Let's see if we can do it.
We can kill this boss in a minute. We got double rockets to start. Let's go.
Let's go, guys. Get your hype out in chat. There is a chance for a world record here. We got double rockets. This is what we want.
It's not giving me good drops, though.
Empty drop, yeah. I was going to say that drop wasn't helpful. Also not helpful. So the first 2 drops in this room. And now we got more rockets. Will the game allow it? Oh, we picked up the spreader and died, unfortunately.
I think we got it.
Here it is, though. Give it a time when it is.
And time. 47:53.
World record in a marathon again by CHX. Sub 48.
Sub 48, man.
Yo, congrats, CHX. Great job, dude.
Yeah, and that's Smash TV with 4 controllers. World record speed. There you go.
So, everybody stand by. CHX is going to be doing another run here in just a moment. Obviously, we're going to give him just a few minutes to set up and switch. But congrats on the world record, CHX. Stay tuned for Metroid Any %.
There you go, Takati doing my job here. We're gonna take a very tiny little quick little break, everyone. We're gonna be right back with Metroid. Don't go anywhere, otherwise you might miss it.